Hello, Marcy Dixon here, coming to you to chat about one compact cream foundation that is amazing for our skin. It's 3D foundation actually. So let me take you through the steps and I'll try to go through it pretty quickly just because I tend not to like videos myself personally that are drawn out and really long, but then you never know once I start chatting, who knows how long it's gonna be. But what happens is, as a artist, the brand of makeup is called Saint. And as a Saint artist, we are trained to help color match you and get you the correct cream foundation colors that are going to look best on your skin. The cream foundation is wonderful because it sets on top of your skin. It's like a second skin. It's not going to soak into your skin and it just moves with your skin, so it's not going to soak into your wrinkles. It's not going to disappear as the day goes on. And we'll talk about tips and tricks of how to make sure that you have the best application, how to prep your skin after I talk about the first 2 steps prior to that. So to color match, you're going to fill out a color match. I will send you a color match link, or you'll be able to find the color match link on all my different social medias, and you will fill out that color match form. And most importantly, along with that form, you will submit a makeup-free picture. Okay, I do have some mascara on and I do have a little bit of eyebrow color in, okay? But otherwise, my face is makeup free, it's washed, and it has some moisturizer on it. And I am in the exact type of lighting pretty much that I want you to send the picture. I'm like 2 feet inside of a window. The sun is shining, but not directly on it. And so you can see my face and my skin color just exactly as it truly is, okay? So that's very important for us to be able to match you correctly whenever you submit your color match picture, all right? I have notes, trying to be organized and not squirrel around because I tend to do that. All right, so first you're going to be curious about this makeup and want to get a free color match, okay? And I would love to color match you. Again, 59, so I'm definitely on the more mature side, and I have some tips and tricks that might help you if you're in my age range and up. So I would say, I mean, I work with all ages of women. My daughters wear this makeup too. So, but I just love the fact that so many of us don't understand, or our skin's changing. We can't find a makeup that really works well for us. So this is the best that I have found, and it's amazing. All right. So then next you're going to receive my suggestions back. Once you've submitted your color match, you're going to give me 24 to 48 hours to send you an email back saying, hey, these are the colors that I recommend for you. Now, I may recommend more than just your 4 basic colors to get you started. You only have to start with your 4 basic colors. I just give you a lot of information because people tend to ask me questions and send back an email of like, hey, what if I want an illuminator? What if I want more than 1 color of lip and cheek? Or what if I want this, or, a color corrector, all these different things that we can dive deeper into. If you follow me on the social media platforms, you'll see that I talk about a lot of different things. So we're just going to cover real basics today. So you're going to order whatever you want to order. A lot of people, you need to start with at least the 4 colors that I recommend for you, which will always be a main highlight, a brightening highlight, a contour, and a lip and cheek. Okay, so those are your 4. They're not going to be the same as mine or your daughter's or your neighbor's. So I recommend them for you from your makeup-free face picture that you sent me, okay? All right, so you're going to get them in the mail and you're going to be like, yay, I cannot wait to put this on, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll give it a try, okay? Practice makes perfect, and always remember less is more, okay? So I even still learn something every single day, and I've been an artist for a year, and I still am learning all the time. So all you got to do is start doing it and it'll work out great. So I already have a couple of the tins in the case. You'll order a compact. When you order 4 or more tins, you'll get a discount towards your compact. Now, I do recommend that if you think at all in the back of your little head that you might want more than just these 4 colors, I want you to purchase a bigger compact, because this is only going to fit 4. And if you want more than just these 4 colors, you're going to have to go turn around and purchase a bigger compact. So I would recommend you start off with at least an 8 or 12 compact. Alrighty? Just my recommendation, just being a friend and helping out. Alrighty. So we have my main highlight, my contour, and my lip and cheek that I'm going to wear today. I'm going to show you. These tins are very, very small, and they last a long, long, long time, all right? So here is my brightening highlight. It comes in this little tin, just like this, very small, very narrow, but believe me, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, okay? And you're just gonna slip it into your compact, voila. So now I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to put my face on for the first time. I am very dry skin. So I prep my skin by putting a moisturizer on. And of course we have a moisturizer at Saint that I absolutely love and highly, highly recommend. If you have more oily skin, I would recommend that you either use our setting spray as a primer, which you can do that, and we're going to talk about that later, or you would use a primer, but it needs to be a non-silicone primer. If you have a primer that you know, when you're searching for your primers, make sure it's non-silicone, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and use the fingertip or our cheetah hack method of applying our creams with our fingers. So this is 3D foundation. Let's think, we're gonna wrap our heads around this. It's a whole new concept. It took me a while to figure it out, but we no longer have a base or foundation like we've always had as we've been growing up, if you're my age. So this darker color is your main highlight, and that's gonna be considered more like a base. It's gonna be the color you're gonna probably use the most of. Your brightening highlight is gonna be what you might have thought of as a concealer. That's gonna go underneath your eye, and it also is probably thought of as a highlighter because maybe you highlighted like under your eyebrow, maybe the middle of your forehead, maybe above your lip and your chin. So this is a brightening highlight. These two definitely do give you some coverage. This is a contour, which I never knew how to use until I turned 58 and started with Saint, or 58, yeah. And I started with Saint. I never knew what to do with contour. Very simple, very basic. I'm gonna give you the 3 steps. That's all you gotta do. Be able to count to 3, you're golden with the contour. And then this is lip and cheek, and this, exactly what it says. It doubles as lip and cheek, but you can play around. You don't always have to use this for your lips. You can do whatever you want, okay? There's no hard, fast rules. This is kind of just to give you a great place to start and then learn to play, watch other artists, watch myself, and you'll just learn all these products are multi-use, okay? It's so amazing. All right, so now you're going to just tap your finger into that main highlight. I'm blind without my glasses. I'm gonna work on getting contacts. And you're just gonna tap and let that main highlight warm up to your skin. I'm pretty much a minimalist. I do not use a lot. So I have like light coverage, but you can get medium to full coverage with this makeup. So it's really, like I said, it's really what you want to do. It's all up to you. Don't get nervous. I know the color does not look right yet, but it's going to as soon as I blend. Okay, so I've just tapped that on my face, and we're going to move on to the brightening highlight. Okay, so the brightening highlight is right here. I tend to go quite a bit brighter. If you want a more subtle contrast, we can definitely do that, okay? And I'm going to take that brightening highlight here, tap a little bit inside, and then I'm going to use a brush to blend all of this in a little bit, okay? If your colors are seem too firm and not easy to spread, you can always use a blow dryer. Just run it across and heat it up, okay? Very, very simple to do that. I'm gonna tap my brightening highlight onto my eyelid. And if I was going to use eyeshadow, it'd be a wonderful first step for my eyeshadows. I'm also going to use that brightening highlight in the middle of my forehead. I'm going to use my pinky, take it down my nose, top of my Cupid's bow here, and then a little bit on my chin. And again, don't worry, we're going to blend it. Have to be patient. Now, if I was not talking, and once you get the hang of this, you can do this nice, easy, everyday look in 5 minutes. I promise you. It's so, so simple. But I'm talking you through it, and I built up to how you do this to begin with. So this is a lot longer video. All right. So now I have my main highlight, which is AKA your base, and then I have my brightening highlight, which is AKA your concealer, under eye concealer, whatever. Let's move on to our contour. All right, so you can see I'm not layering. All right, so I'm going to take my contour, and this is a little bit more firm consistency, but all of these creams are made to work together. But since this is a contour, it's going to be blendable, or I mean, we're going to be able to, you know, make it make it subtle, but it's not going to get muddy and like run into everything else. So I'm going to just take my contour and go straight in a line right there. And that's like right where my cheekbone is. So I'm going to find my cheekbone here. I already have a natural shadow. Contour just creates a shadow, and you're going to go straight like that along that shadow, or along that cheek to help create a shadow. Okay. Now I'm going to go on my forehead. And if you have a high forehead or a large forehead, you can really minimalize that forehead by using contour. Now, looking pretty fine, right? Okay, then you're going to take that contour and go underneath that chin line, or that jawline, sorry. And then we're just going to blend it down. So this is going to give you a bit more shadow here for your jawline. Voila! No, let's start blending, sorry. I know it's kind of scary. So this is one of the brushes I'm going to recommend to you when I send you your color match back. This is called the Buff brush, and this is called the 3D brush. Either one of these are perfectly wonderful. We have a lot more brushes that you can use, but I like to just keep it as simple as possible so they don't confuse you, especially if you haven't been following me for long. You're going to be overwhelmed because this is just a whole different idea, and it's kind of mind-blowing and it's magical. So I'm going to use the Buff brush to just buff everything out and blend everything out. Now, I'm going to gently want to be kind to your skin, and since I have light hair, I have to be careful in my hairline. So I'll need to come back and kind of just check that out and make sure it's okay. So I'm going to take really start working and blending my contour and my main highlight. All right, I'm going to use my brightener. I'm going to leave that for later. Now, down here, where my skin is not as firm, I'm going to make sure that I kind of tapple and stipple. Tap and stipple, tap and stipple. You don't want to drag that skin a lot, okay? That's why it's important to go ahead and let that makeup kind of warm up on your skin, okay? And then you're going to go to the other side. And we're going to get that contour in a minute, okay? Don't you worry. A lot of times, since I'm kind of blind and doing this, like, I need to go back to my compact, wherever that I set that darn thing. Where did I set it? Ah, gosh darn. Oh, here it is. So I need to go back to that compact and kind of just dab into my main highlight and cover up my nose a little bit. Now, I just experienced a major hot flash, so my face is not going to match my neck, all right? Real life, just going to go with that. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the smaller end of this angled brush. I'm going to take the brightening highlight that I put on the inside of my eye, kind of drag it down. Then I'm going to take this brightening highlight, drag it, any excess. But I don't want to go for that raccoon eye, that lots of like the pie underneath my eye. If I need a little bit more, like right underneath here in the center, I can just stipple back and forth between my main and my brightening highlight to get a nice brightness underneath here, but not too drastic, okay? I'm gonna do the same with the other eye. Take it down a little bit. Make sure you're holding. You don't wanna like hold it, be ripping on that skin and tearing, like not tearing, but dragging the skin a whole lot. You wanna just try to keep it a nice lighter touch. If you need to blend your brightening highlight in your eye on your eyes, you certainly can do that. Let's look at that. Now let's go ahead and blend this brightening highlight in the middle of your forehead. Go ahead and blend it down your nose. Make sure it's blended above your Cupid's bow and your chin. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit more contour here. Take it on your pinky. And I didn't get enough on here. And I'm gonna do a little bonus step. I'm gonna contour my nose a little bit. You do not have to do this, okay? You can just do the 1, 2, 3, the contour on your forehead, your jawline, and your cheeks. Okay, so go ahead and blend that out a little bit. All right, last thing we're gonna do before we add our lip and cheek is we're going to go in and we're gonna take that contour and just blend it up. And you can even take it back along the jawline. Or along the hairline, sorry. If you ever feel like this is too much, we can always go to a lighter shade, but you can just blend it out. And I might have used a little too much, so I'm going to clean up this line a little bit here. Clean up this line a little bit here. And it just created a nice shadow here, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and take my lip and cheek color. This is Tropicana. And it's more of a matte. It's like a semi-gloss or a matte color, so it doesn't come off real shimmery. I'm gonna go ahead and take it and start right at the apple of my cheek. Usually I'll do 2 lip and cheek colors, especially on my cheek, because I like to make this a little bit of an ombre look. So I start with a lighter shade in the front and then sweep it up in the back. But we didn't do that today because I want to keep it simple so that you understand you can start with just 4 colors. All right. Now I'm kind of taking that contour, bring it up, and then blending it in with the cheek color. So just creating a nice natural shadow. Now I'm going to let my skin calm down a little bit because I'm a natural redhead. So when I take and just brush anything on my face, it always gets a little bit red, okay? I'm going to go ahead and take my contour and use it for my eyeshadow just because I want to show you how versatile all this makeup is. So we use the lip and cheek. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of my main highlight. There we go. And blend it down into my neck and décolleté just because it's kind of red today. And it could be a little bit of the lighting. Let's try this lighting, see if I can change it a little bit. I have the ring light. That's a little better, huh? Let's see. I don't know. Okay. It's probably gonna be our best. We'll see. Playing around with it. I guess its natural light is probably gonna be the best today. Let's just turn it all the way off. Here we go. We're gonna go with natural light. Natural light is gonna give you the best. Just like I said, the best way to get this picture for me is to do the natural light. All right, so let's check it all out. Make sure it's all blended. Make sure we have all the areas. And then if you want, you can give yourself a little, we did a little bit of brightening here and a little bit of brightening here. So this natural light is much better, gives you a truer sense of the colors. I like it. Okay, so there's that. Last thing we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and take our setting spray and just mist our face with the setting spray, and then you can just set it with your brush. So we're gonna use the same brush. So I'm gonna take my setting spray, I'm gonna hold it quite a bit of ways from my face because for me, I feel like it's very like kind of jarring if you go too close to your face. So I'm gonna just close my eyes. And then usually I have a handmade fan that my granddaughters gave me because you know, you gotta use those little gifts that they give you and just fan your face and let that dry. Now, let's say you don't want quite such a dewy look. In that case, you can use just a translucent powder, or we have a vanilla dust setting powder, or you can just, I mean, you can use just any like drugstore brand translucent setting powder. Okay. All right. So I think we've got it. I have a little natural shadow over here. Make sure I kind of blend in my contour. So here's both sides, contour, lip and cheek. Again, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and use a vanilla dust setting powder, but it wouldn't fit. That's why another reason why you would want that 8-pack or a 12-pack compact. And you could just dab that setting powder right there, middle of your forehead, right here. And then also if you wanted to do more of an ombre cheek look, you could take that, another like lip and cheek color. This is called Desert Sunset, and just put it in front here and put it on top of your lips. So I started off showing you the basics, and then I'm giving you an example of what you can do if you want more. Okay, all right, everybody have a blessed day. Hopefully that gives you a good idea of 3D foundation for mature skin and how you would get color matched and the do's and don'ts to color matching, or I didn't really talk about the don'ts, but the do's on how to color match and how simple 3D foundation can be for us as mature women, that you don't need to be intimidated by contour and that you can grasp the idea that we're not going to use foundation in a bottle. We're gonna use a main highlight and a brightening highlight, and then a contour. We're not gonna need to layer over top of it. Doesn't have to be really heavy. Like a second skin, it's not gonna settle into your wrinkles. And voila, you can actually do this in 5 to 10 minutes, okay? All right, everybody have a blessed day. Bye.